please be seated. Once again, let us quickly gather our thoughts, recollect the kindness of the Triple Jewels and the teacher, and with a gratitude in heart, let us place our palms together to request Geshe to turn the wheel of Dharma according to the well wishes and capacities of the students. Geshe, kindly give us the teaching.
I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving so forth, may I become a Buddha to invent all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving so forth, may I become a Buddha to invent all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving so forth, may I become a Buddha to invent all sentient beings. Sanye choda soge chonam, chanjo bardo dane gyapso che, tage jinso kebe sonam, dola benjir sanye jubara sho. Sanye choda soge chonam la, chanjo bardo dane gyapso che, tage jinso kebe sonam, Dola benje sanje jubara sho, sanje choda soge chonam la, chanjo bado dan yapsu che, tage jinso kebe sonam, dola benje sanje jubara sho. Om ye dharma eto prabhavam Hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha eva vati mahashramanaye swaha Om ye dharma hetu prabhava Hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vate mahashramanaye swaha Om ye dharma Hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vate mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation of causes as well is taught by the great seer. Okay, so this morning we were doing of the four seals, the third one. That everything is nature, emptiness, surfaceness. And with respect to first, let's say the truth, all composite things are impermanent, then all contaminated things are suffering nature. Once having understood what the suffering nature is like, then once we understand the three layers of suffering, and if we contemplate on them, the more we contemplate on them, then we'll truly feel that it's very scary. Then we will look for how to get away from this. So, how to get away from this, then the Buddha taught the third seal, that we have to wake up from the sleep of ignorance. So what is that? Is by cultivating the wisdom of emptiness. What is the wisdom of emptiness? This is Buddha taught as the third seal, that everything is nature, emptiness, selflessness. So, what that emptiness is, we talked about the two gates. What the two gates, anyone who remembers the two gates? Yes, over there. Maria, the mic. the two gates.
Существуют ли вещи, мы говорим «да», существуют ли вещи, объективно нет.
Okay, I'm hearing this, I can sense this, correct?
Shall I
Two
translate?
things exist, and two things exist objectively. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Thank you. So once we get through the two gates, to the first question, do things exist? The answer is yes. So when you say yes, it protects us from falling to the extreme of nihilism. Then to the second question, do things exist objectively? The answer is no. It protects us from the extreme of absolutism. So once we get through the two gates successfully, then our job is to really plunge into emptiness. So there we talked about how emptiness equals dependent origination and how dependent origination equals middle way. And then we also talked about a little bit about dependent origination when the Buddha taught, whoever sees dependent origination will see the Dharma. And whoever sees the Dharma will see the Buddha. Okay, so we explained that. And then we also explained what the Buddha taught, because this exists, that exists, because this is produced, that is produced, and because of ignorance, the karma arises, because of which the consciousness arises, and so forth. And likewise, when the ignorance stops, karma stops. When the karma stops, the consciousness stops, and all the misery stops. So these three things are in the Arya Sangha, summarized in the form of what is known as three conditions. Three conditions. And what are the three conditions? Hey, that the young boys and girls tell me. What are the three conditions? Unwavering condition, condition of impermanence, condition of potentiality. Very good. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the revision of each one of them. So now, and then we also discussed a little bit about what is that? Subjective and objective. You remember? Subjective, objective, like what? The dream mobile and the real mobile. Real mobile is what? In a loose sense, real mobile is objective and the dream mobile is subjective. Okay, let me ask you some questions and you give me an answer. The dream, subjective, objective? Subjective. Louder. Subjective. Okay. Mirage, subjective, objective? Subjective, mirage, subjective, objective? Okay. So Ajirji and Chunzumla, they disagree. Ajirji said? Objective. Chunzumla? Subjective. So Chunzum, don't be scared, because Ajir just said the opposite. Don't be scared. What you said may be correct. Okay. So how many of you agree with Ajirji that the mirage is objective? Okay. And, okay, only two. Okay, how many agree with Chunzumla? Mirage is subjective. Okay, majority. Okay, now let's see on the rainbow. Subjective, objective? Okay. Okay, so here I can say there's a split happening. Okay, rainbow, how many of you say subjective? Raise hands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And down there, 16. Okay, objective. Gisela. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, major objective. Okay, those who said subjective, can you justify how it is subjective? Anyone? Okay, your name?
Gopal.
The end gentleman. Gopal. Yes, Gopal. Subjective or objective?
It's subjective, because
Subjective.
if you see the same rainbow from another side, it is not visible.
Okay, let's say the rainbow is in the middle, and I'm seeing the rainbow from your side is not visible, which means it's not really there. It's subjective. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now is there anybody from those who said it's objective? Is there anybody who likes to justify that? The lady here? Okay, yeah, yes. Your name?
Меня зовут Дмитрий. Я считаю, что радуга объективная, потому что мы можем ее приборами замерить, сфотографировать. Мы можем также приблизиться к ней и увидеть, что все-таки есть некие изменения в объективной реальности, в воздухе, почему, собственно, она видна. Но у меня появляется еще вопрос. А если есть сон, который видят все, это субъективно или объективно?
I think that the rainbow is objective because we can measure it by some technological devices. For example, we can take photos of it. We can take a picture of a rainbow. But at the same time, I also have another question. This dream, which we all see, is it something objective or subjective?
Very good question. Let's work on this. The lady here. Yes. Your name?
Marie-Claude.
Marito. Okay.
I think the rainbow is objective because, like the real phone that we looked at earlier, this example where we have the mobile phone, dream mobile phone, and the conventional dream, and then the real mobile phone in our awakened daily reality. Sorry, I was going to speak in French. I'm a French speaker, so I'm sorry for my English. But the real mobile phone, we could see the atoms, no? And we could analyze further. So that's why, I mean, it's real in the sense that we can use it. So same thing for the rainbow, we can still measure it. And also it's made of cause and condition, but the sun, the rain, I'm not a physician, so...
Okay, do you mean to say the rainbow is objective?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's made of cause and condition.
Okay.
It's not just made of the mind.
Okay. It's not coming
Imaginary.
from the mind. It is it comes into being by dependence on many causes and
Yeah,
conditions.
exactly.
Very good. Okay, so both sides very strong points. Yes. Jingmela? No? Okay. So, very good. Now, anyone else? Okay. Then, yes, over there. Objective, subjective.
Geshe, I think that the rainbow is objective because not only one person can see it at the moment, but a lot of person.
Okay, so this is what like your name?
Alex.
Alex, and the gentleman over there, what's your name? Your name? Yeah. Dimitri. Oh, there are two Dimitri. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, so Dimitri and Alex. Okay, yes, here. Okay, just think of the reasons that they give. The reasons that they give, these are very helpful. Yes.
Geshe, мы только что сказали...
Objective, subjective first.
Субъектив. Мы только что сказали, существуют ли вещи? Да. Существуют ли они объективно? Нет, они существуют субъективно.
Geshe, I think that the rainbow exists subjectively because we just passed through the two gates to enter the emptiness. The first question was, do things exist? And we said yes. And the second question was, do things exist objectively? And the correct answer is no. Therefore, rainbow cannot exist objectively.
Okay, this is nobody else's mistake, it's my mistake. because I was not distinguishing between the philosophical discussion and the ordinary discussion. So at the moment we're discussing in the ordinary sense. Okay, Trashila. Yes, I agree with you. Yes.
In my opinion, rainbow is both subjective and objective.
Interesting. Yes.
Because rainbow is made of sunlight and rain. That's why it is objective. And it also, how we see it, it's came as subjective.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Is there a tree owned by both India and America? One tree owned by both the countries, India, America?
Maybe if the tree is on both borderline.
No. India, America, there's no borderline.
No, that's why.
You know that. That's why I said it.
But maybe. If,
so no. So objective, subject, there's no borderline.
No.
Objective, subject, there's no borderline.
No.
Therefore, one thing cannot be both.
Yes.
So what is it? So if the rainbow should be in the borderline, as you said. Okay, thank you, Tashira. This is very creative. Thank you. Okay, good. Now, is there anybody who likes both gave very strong reasons? Thank you so much. This is very good. So these analysis will help us to sharpen our intelligence. So only with the intelligence, no matter how much you get the information, emptiness is impossible to be penetrated. Only with the sharp intelligence, with the correct information combined together, only then you can see emptiness. Okay, my next question is, now tell me, what do you mean by subjective and what is meant by objective? What is meant by that? Objective, subject, what's mean by that? Quick. Mathia.
Geshe, subjective is basically what our minds project on our experience, and objective is whatever we perceive from the side of the object.
Okay, how many you think of this? This is very precious. We never thought about these things since many lifetimes. You're getting it? Since past lifetimes. In millions and millions of lifetimes, we never thought of these things. So these thoughts will liberate us. You're getting it? What is subjective? What is objective? So Mathia said subjective is something which comes from your mind. Objective is something how it appears as from the object, not from the mind. Okay, how many of you agree with this? Raise hands. Okay. Okay, Dejanla, can you explain a little bit what do you understand by subjective or objective from what have we learned thus far the last few days and today?
Geshe, what's his
Mathia.
name? What he said is also true, but I want to add on some point that objective is something that we can touch, something that is can be physically touched or rest same as his
Don't say same. Don't say that I will not have breakfast because Mathia had breakfast. Don't say it again. Everything again.
Okay, subjective is what we create from our mind, like it's illusion.
Very good. Something coming from your mind, like illusion. Very good.
Objective is something which we can touch physically.
Something which can touch physically. Not necessarily coming from the mind.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So these are thoughts. So at the moment, to distinguish what is subjective objective may not be too difficult. What is difficult is that everything is subjective. To explain that everything is subjective, that becomes difficult. Because, say, this is it, we can touch it. It doesn't really come from our mind. This is what we feel. You're getting it? Whereas the Buddha taught that everything is subjective, not just a dream. Everything is subjective. So, Dejanla, tell me, say, when it says objective is something which we can touch and so forth, whereas subjective which is coming from my mind. So the table, is it objective, subjective?
Objective.
Objective. If I say this is not objective, it's your illusion, what will you say? No way.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, now this is important. Say, first we need to learn what is subjective, what is objective. You need to create your very correct, proper understanding what is subjective, what is subjective. So, how Dejana puts it, she put it so well. With this, for example, say within the Buddhist philosophical schools, which we learn by Bhashika, Sautrantika, Chedamatra, Madhyamaka. So when we study these, and even the non-Buddhist schools also, if you ask them what is subjective, what is subjective, they'll explain the same thing as how sensible people will explain how Dejana explains. Now the next question is, okay, now if these are the two possibilities, subjective, objective, how do things exist? All things exist. And except for Prasangika, majority will say that things exist mostly objectively, like table, the house, the food, your body, and so forth. And abstract ideas exist by your mind, subjective, otherwise objective. Now, the challenge is that once you have a good understanding what is subjective, what is objective, then the challenge that you have to take is that to see how we can accept that everything is subjective, not just a dream. Everything is subjective. You're getting it? That is a challenge. So that is what we have to study. Okay, now tell me, is there anybody who likes to paraphrase what I said? That what is the challenge? What is the challenging part? Ajirji?
That everything is subjective.
That everything is subjective, right? On top of how you explained the distinction between what is subjective, what is objective, now to know that everything is subjective, that is a challenge. We need to know that. So this one part. Before that, I think the Alex and Dimitri, two of them said something. Two of them said something. The points with which they try to justify that the what rainbow is objective. They said that. Alexi very clearly. Alexi or Alex? Same. What do you prefer? Alexi. Okay, so what Alexi said, and then what Alexi said that the mirror, the word rainbow. Rainbow is what many people collectively can see, which means that it should be objective. And then Dimitri said that if everything is like dream, we have a common thing everybody is seeing. Is this collective dream, is this objective? This is a very serious and very good question. You're getting it? Okay, let me tell you. Say you look at, hey, I'm not asking you to look at Rajinder. You look at, everybody's looking at Rajinder. Okay, imagine that you're looking at Mount Kailash, Snow Mountain, and you put on blue glasses. All of you put on blue glasses. And I ask you, and you have never seen snow before. For the first time you are seeing snow, you have never heard about snow, never seen snow. Today, with blue glasses on, you go there and see blue snow. I ask you, what's the color of the snow mountain? Blue. You're getting it? Blue. So who said it? One person or all of you? Simply because all of you said, many people agree, does not mean this is objective. Blue snow is objective, subjective? Subjective. There's no blue snow objectively there. There's no blue snow there. It's purely how you see. You're getting it subjective. But many people see the same thing. It doesn't mean that it is objective. Simply because many people see is not a justification for that to exist objectively. You're getting it? Because this is what many people think, that simply because many people see it should be objectively real. That may not necessarily be the case. Okay, don't forget it. So likewise, Dimitri, that we share say if everything is subjective, this collective dream, what is this? Everybody's seeing this. It's objective. It's also subjective. Everything is subjective. Okay, next. How will you know everything? Okay. What did I say? What did I say? Everything is subjective. What is the next? What is going to be the next question? How do we know that it is subjective? We have to learn this. We have to learn how to ask the right question. How do we know that this is subjective? Everything is subjective. Okay, so so for this primarily, okay. Now this is going to be a little technical. Okay. What is in my hand? Flower. Okay, many people they don't even look at it. Say flower, right? They know that he's holding a flower. Okay. Next. What is my left hand? Hey, what is my left hand? No flower, nothing. Who said nothing? Your name? Daria. No, say it. Don't just say data. Daria. Tenzimento, yeah, Daria. Yes. Okay, Daria Tenzimento. So what Daria said is just the perfect answer. You getting it? If you really want to understand philosophy, this is how you have to give the answers. So what is in my hand? Flower. What is in your hand? Nothing. You make it very simple. Absence, emptiness. You getting it? You should have if you really want to appreciate and feel the benefit of the understanding of philosophy, any philosophy, not only Buddhist philosophy, any philosophy. Some philosophical positions, ask one or two questions and it becomes totally baseless, no foundation. Whereas Nalanda tradition, what the Buddha taught, what Nagarjuna explained, that is something amazing. So that has a depth. It's not just like 1 hour of reading the book. No. Like 30, 40 years of study, contemplation, thinking, then it goes deeper, 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 deeper. And it can bring about a transformation within your mind. Where otherwise, in the earlier days, where we can easily be affected by external things, say irritation and anger, and easily, feel so offended. And say with this contemplation, years later, you become very calm, very stable, not affected by these things. So if you really want to reach to that level of the realization, then what the Daria said, we should have, what you say must resonate with what you're thinking. For example, what is there? A flower. What is there? Nothing. Okay, start from there. Speak your mind, not speak what you've learned. Later on, what you've learned and what you think can become same. Then perfect. Okay, so we see that there's a flower there, there's nothing there. Now I take you to next step. Next step, where you said nothing there, I said, is there a flower? Okay, you even have to learn. We have to learn even how to ask these questions. You said, what is there? Nothing. Is there a flower? Okay, let's say what is this girl's name? Dulma. What Dulma? Simya Dulma. Okay, Simya Dulma, tell me, there's nothing. Is there a flower? No flower. Absence of flower? Absence of flower is there. Something is there. Absence of flower, there is something. It exists. Okay, look. So when I ask this question to Simya Dhamma, then you also think the same way and you feel a little challenged. If you feel challenged, okay, that's true. No, I don't have any answer. You getting it? So initial body said there's nothing there.
Yes.
Then my next question is there flower? Was the answer?
No flower.
No. So the absence of flower is there.
Yes.
Yes, so something's there. So look, what she's doing? You're getting it? Which means she's confused. You're getting it? She's confused. And that confusion is very precious. These confusions are the building blocks for your realization of the emptiness. These confusions. You're getting it? You're confused. Okay. So why is this confusion? How to solve this confusion? Anyone? How to solve this confusion? The confusion is that on the one hand we said nothing is there. On the other hand you have to say that the absence of flower is there. You're getting it? How to solve this confusion? If you say there's no absence of flower, it contradicts with it is logically contradictory. Whereas if you say that something is there, it contradicts with the conventional world. You're getting it? So therefore, if you say something is there, there's a problem. If you say nothing is there, there's a problem. If you say nothing is there, it contradicts, logically it is inconsistent. If you say something is there, conventional world thinks that you're crazy. You're crazy. You're getting it? Then we don't see anything. And then they're saying something is there. What happens to these people? Right? One time I was a little boy in school up there, TCB school up there, not here, up there. I was a little boy, maybe age 11 or 12. And I think the basketball, maybe for the first time in the school, the girls' basketball was introduced, meaning the games in the form of competitions. And the girls, when they throw the ball and it touched that board, and it's counted as goal. And I thought, what's wrong with my eyes? The ball did not go into the basket and still it is counted, which means my eyes, something wrong with my eyes. I was confused. This little boy was confused. You're getting it? So what is that? Why? Huh? So therefore my eyes are confused. Okay. Anyone, can you guess?
It was a convention.
Huh?
It was a local convention. The ball hits the board, scores. Someone.
Okay, the ball hits the board or hit the board or the circle or the basket, just touch it, then it scores. Right? So thus till that point, this little boy, only when the ball goes into the basket, then it's counted. And for the first time, I was truly confused. What happened? My eyes are wrong? Something wrong with my eyes? So it it did not go. But everybody said, clap, and they just counted, it's counted as a goal. And I was confused. So look, these purely different conventions. You're getting it? Purely conventions. Okay. What was I saying? Huh? Oh yes, right. Okay. If you say something is there, right? Conventional world may think that you are crazy. I thought that I was crazy, or these people are crazy who are seeing the basket ball going to the basket. So if you say something is there in my hand, the conventional world will think that you are crazy. Then if you say that nothing is there, again, it is logically inconsistent. How? Absence of flower is there, you have to say yes. So how to resolve this problem? Hey, how to resolve this problem? Okay, let's anyone, the newcomers? Okay, yes, over there. Your name? Jimela.
Subjectively it is there, but objectively it is not there.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Which one?
The absence of flower.
Absence of flower is subjectively there,
Yeah.
and objectively is not there. So how does it resolve the problem? I fully agree with you. I fully agree with Jimela. Say when the conventional world, ordinary people say that there's nothing there means objectively there's nothing there. When the people who are learned, when they say something is there, they mean subjectively there. Subjectively there and objectively not there, these two don't contradict. You getting it? You agree? Okay, this flower, if the flower is lying next to Geshe, or if the flower is lying next to Sasha, right? Then I come and said, this flower is mine. What does it mean by that? The flower is not yours. You agree? If I say the flower is not yours, it's very offensive. So if I say the flower is mine, it is another way of saying it's not yours. You agree, not agree? It's the same meaning, but different words. So the flower, when you say the flower is mine, flower is not yours. Not yours, not possessed by somebody and possessed by somebody. There's no contradiction. Not possessed by somebody means not possessed by Sasha. Possessed by somebody means I possess that. There's no contradiction. You agree? Hey, this is not emptiness. It's not complicated. Say, flower, I say this flower, okay, let's say, this book. This book is mine. I mean it, this is mine. Sasha, is yours? No, so this is mine. When I say this is mine, do you agree with me that it is not yours? If you agree, raise hands. Otherwise, I don't understand it. Your eyelashes are coming down. All right? Okay. So when you say that this is mine, it doesn't contradict with it is not yours. It doesn't contradict. You agree? Likewise, that what Jamila is saying is that nothing is there means objectively nothing is there. Ordinary people, how they see is that objectively nothing is there. And the learned people who are exposed to this philosophy, they will say absence of flower is there. Means subjectively something is there. Subjectively something is there and objectively nothing is there. There's no contradiction. You agree? Does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, then we decide and we'll stop here. Right? Because then there's no possibility to go beyond emptiness, go towards emptiness. If this is not you cannot get it. Okay, good. Now, what we are saying is that the flower, absence of flower, when the conventional world in the street, when you say there's nothing there, in their mind, this is what Dejanla said. There's no something tangible, solid, there's nothing to be touched. There's no substance there. Who said there's substance, no substance? Some others said it. Yes, over there. And? Okay, I think 2 or 3 people said that. Now it comes here. When the ordinary people, when they say nothing's there, means there's no substance there. You getting it? There's no substance. Substance has a connotation of objective reality. Okay. Now, when the philosophers, like what's your name? Dulma? Simyiduma, okay. When Simyiduma said, Simyiduma was a little confused, right? Yes. Okay, so finally Simyiduma agrees that something is there. So when she says something is there, means she knows that there's nothing substance. But logically, she has to say that something is there, absence of flower is there. So this absence of flower, it does not have a substance. How does it exist? Hey, how many would say that absence of flower is on my hand? Raise hands. Absence of flower is my hand. Raise hands. Those who agree with the Samitama. Absence of flower. Pile. Absence of flower is in my hand? No? Okay. My hand, does it have flower? No flower. So it is absent of flower? No. Absence of something, not only flower, chocolate, pile, everything is there. So, absence of flower is there? Yes. So, what is that absence of flower? If it exists, it does not have a substance. It does not have substance. How does it exist then? Dejanla, how does it exist if it does not have a substance? So this is the option. From the object, there's nothing there. So object, subject, in between there's nothing. Object, subject, from the object is not there, then it should be from the subject, from the mind. You're getting it? What is from the mind is known as subject, subjective. You're getting it? Okay. Now with this, not only the absence of the flower, even the flower is also coming from the mind. This is what we have to learn. Okay, how many agree with me that if we come to know that even the flower is subjective coming from a mind, then we can almost say that everything is subjective. Raise hands. If you can say, okay, absence of flower is subjective, that's okay. But the flower, there's substance there. If you're able to prove that even the flower is just coming from your mind, then you can almost say that almost everything is subjective. Raise hands. Okay, this is very important. This is extremely important. So therefore, the two main philosophical traditions, if you understand these two philosophical traditions, then later on, many other traditions, Buddhist, non-Buddhist, Western philosopher, classical Indian philosophers, there are many philosophers, and they talk about subjectivity. So, if you understand these two things, Chittamatra's understand which is subjectivity, and Madhyamaka's understand which is the subjectivity. If you understand these two things, then any understanding of the subjectivity presented by any other philosophers, you will see them as very easy. You getting it? So let's do these two things. So both the schools, which schools? Chittamatra and Madhyamaka. Both the schools accept that everything is subjective. You getting it? Everything is subjective. Okay. Everything is subjective. So before I plunge further, I remember that was, I think, which year was that? 2008, I think. 2008. I think it was 2008. That the Mind and Life Conference happened in His Holiness's residence, where His Holiness presided over the conference, and there were neuroscientists and philosophers. Many of them are there. And there was also one lady Christian theologian. There's one lady Christian theologian. And she said something very interesting. So what is she? Okay, just listen to this. She said something very interesting. And later she seemed to have strong affinity to Buddhist philosophy. So what she said in the presence of His Holiness, when she was making the presentation, she said that once there was a lady, and the lady, from the window, she was by herself in the room, from the window something black came out, right? And she's scared, not scared? Very scared. Okay, listen. She's very scared. And then there's this black item or the person, creature, said, just the air, and did not do anything. And then the lady was so scared, and the black item said that, okay, now you have created me, what should I do now? You're getting it? She was dreaming. This lady actually was dreaming of some black creature coming from the window. And then who made this creature? Her mind created this. She created this. You're getting it? So this creature said that, okay, now you made me, so what should I do now? You're getting it? What should I do? This is amazing, very powerful. So this creature is subjective or objective? Subjective. You're getting it? You're scared. You're scared means if you know that it's your mental creation, you will not be scared. Okay, quickly, look at somebody who is next to you. Look at somebody who is sitting next to you. Look at somebody who's sitting next to you. Wow, that's amazing. Everybody's smiling, right? I just said, look at the other person. I did not say smile. Dijana is the one who's really doing a good job. She's not smiling, very serious. Right? Kunsal, hopeless. She's smiling. Kunsal, yes? You're smiling. You're smiling. Look, she's smiling and she says no. Okay, so what I'm saying is that now think of close eyes and think of the same person who made you smile. Think of the same person who made you smile. Okay, good. So, closing our eyes, then think of the person. If you still smile, it is time for you to go to mental hospital. And Semi-Dhamma has to go to mental hospital. Semi-Dhamma, she's still smiling. Closing eyes, still smiling. So she has to go to mental hospital. Right? So I conducted these retreats for so many times. It never happened that we have to send somebody to mental hospital. She's the first one. Okay. Now tell me, my question to you is, why invariably you smiled when you look at the other person, why you are not smiling when you are thinking, except for this girl? Tell me. Why? Okay, Sergey, raise your hand. Somebody can give you the mic.
Yes, Geshe, because the person I was looking at is objectively real, and when I close my eyes, it's an image, it's a creation of my mind, therefore it's objective, so it doesn't trigger any.
How do you agree with Sergey? What Sergey is saying is that when I look at the other person appears as objectively real. When I close my eyes, I know that it's not objective. It is my mind is thinking, my subjective mind is making it. So when I know there's my mind making it, then I have control over my emotion. So therefore, the smile doesn't come. I have control over my emotion. How many agree with Sergey's hands? This is a very important statement. In other words, when we close our eyes and we know that the person that I'm thinking, that person is just subjectively existent, not objective. It's subjective. When you know it's subjective coming from a mind, you have control over your emotions. You're getting it? Fear, anxiety, stress, and so forth. All these emotions, you don't have the control. The moment you see things as subjective, all what is out of control will go away. You gain control over your emotions. This is when all the tears of samsara stops. Okay, so having said this, now it's so important for us to learn how everything is subjectively real. Okay, how many of you get a feeling that, yes, if I know that everything is subjective, then my, emotional control will come in my hands. Raise hands. Emotional control will come. I will have full control over my emotions if I truly come to know that everything is subjective, including your body, the food that we eat, people around you, the place, house. Everything is purely subjective, then I have full control over my emotions. Resents? Very precious. Okay. This is when the fear is a loss of control. Fear dissolves. Now, if somebody would ask you, what is samsara? Samsara is misery. What is misery? In short, what we can say is misery is the loss of freedom. Loss of freedom. And the biggest of the loss of freedom is where, when you look at the other person, you smile. Did you smile voluntarily or involuntarily? Involuntarily. You did not have the freedom not to smile. Involuntarily, the smile came to you. You're getting it? So this loss of freedom. Loss of freedom is misery. Misery is samsara. Okay, so with this mind, this understanding of emptiness, the freedom is gained. You get full freedom. You get full control over your emotions. So stress, anxiety, all these things, what falls under the category of the loss of freedom will all disappear. Okay, so now what we're learning is that everything is subjective. How do we know that everything is subjective? First, let me give you the two presentations very quickly. One from the Chittamatra point of view, and other from the Madhyamagga point of view. Chittamatra point of view and Madhyamagga point of view. First, Chittamatra point of view. So this is where we need to learn that both the schools, there are many other schools also who said that everything is subjective, everything is subjective, everything is subjective. including the solipsism. Solipsism, there's one philosophy, philosophy which talks about that everything is just purely illusion. Everything is illusion. Solipsism. So All these philosophers, they say everything is subjective, subjective, subjective. Subjective, subjective, subjective. So, simply because then all the philosophers, they say subjective, subjective, many people, without thorough learning, they think that all these philosophies, they are same. They are same. They are not same. You're getting it? And I remember this one gentleman, recently he came to see me in my office, and then he is a wonderful, I would say, a wonderful practitioner, Dhamma practitioner. The only thing is that he did not really go through systematic learning. Studies lacking. Just sitting, meditating. This is quite serious, but very serious practitioner. So I encourage him to study a little bit, study so that his meditation can become rich. So he was saying that His Holiness emphasized so much on the need to study these things. And then when he studied these things, when he listened to different teachers, he said, Chitamatra, Matimega, they're all same. They're all saying that everything is mine. They're all same. It's not same. There's a stark contrast. There's stark contrast there. Okay. So with this in mind, first let me explain to you what is Chitamatra, the understanding of subjectivity. Chitamatra, Matimega both say that everything is subjective. But how they say subjective, the two schools, they differ starkly. Okay. Okay, what's the meaning of attachment? Huh? What's the meaning of attachment? Attachment. What is anger? Anger is also attachment. Okay. What does it mean by attachment? Anyone? Yes, Pyle? Hold on to something? Okay, anyone else? What is the meaning of attachment? Huh? Younger ones? Yes. When we think
that something is ours, which is not ours.
Are you sure?
I feel so.
I'm attached to my body. Is this mine or not?
I think that my body, this body is mine.
To my mobile.
But this mobile is not mine.
But this is mine. My mobile. Don't take it.
Not mine.
It's my mobile.
Like which?
Are you attached to your body?
Are you
attached to your mom?
I think so. Yes.
Yes. Your mom is yours or mine?
Mine, but not mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So look. Hey, Jimala, what is attachment?
Attachment is something for which we feel connected, we feel attached, connected with.
Good. Okay, Chansamla. Okay, Chuskila, yes.
I feel something which we always long for, to get that, or which
Long for. This is a beautiful word, which we long for. Long for. Very good. Okay. So let us see if this meaning of the attachment given by all these different people, they're correct or not. Listen to me, right? Listen to me. Okay. Did you all hear what the other people explained what attachment is? Including Chembela, this girl here, what's your name? Anna. Okay, how many Anna? By the way, how many Annas are here? 1, 2, 3 Annas. Dimitri, 2. Okay, and then the Daria, 1. Okay, and your name? Egli? No, here, the girl here. You. Angelica, yes. Okay, Alexi, how many? Alexi, 1, 2. Okay, good. So now let's see all those people who give the answer what attachment is. Listen to me, right? There was some monk teacher and a monk student. Monk teacher was from the old school, like my age. And the monk student was like age 20, from new generation, younger generation. And the monk student was from the generation of emails. And the teacher was generation from handwritten mails. And the monk student, the teacher never taught the monk student how to use emails. You getting it? So the monk student was not sure whether the monks are allowed to use emails. Then the monk student asked the teacher, "Sir, are the monks allowed to use emails?" And the teacher doesn't have any clue. Why? Because he's from the older generation, no emails. So he had no idea, but he has to say something. Because his job is to teach the student. And the student said, are we allowed to use are the monks allowed to use the emails? So the teacher, so the safest thing that he can say is that as long as there is no attachment, it's fine. What happened? So what the teacher said, as long as there is no attachment, it's fine, you can use that, right? Okay, how many use emails without attachment? Raise hands. So this girl, the same to me, he doesn't know the story also. He does not even understand the story. He said, what is that? Okay. Okay. So how many of you use emails without attachment? Raise hands. Okay, with attachment, raise hands. Right? Okay. So what does it mean by emails with attachment? What is that attachment in that context? Emails with attachment. What does it mean by that? Hey, Payal. What does it mean by attachment in the context of the emails? Yes. So attachment not necessarily mean longing. You getting it? So attachment has multiple meanings. Likewise, subjective has multiple meanings. You getting it? Simply because the same word, subjective, doesn't mean that they all mean the same. Many people, they think that, Madhyamaka subjective, the Chittamatra subjective, and then Samkhya subjective, Vedanta subjective, everybody says subjective. So all are same. This is too naive. This is naivety. You getting it? So therefore we need to know that subjectivity has many layers of understanding, just as the word attachment has many different connotations. Okay. Now let's see what Chittamatra has to talk about the subjectivity. Chittamatra, Mindfulness School. Mindfulness School, and whose philosophical system is based on the Buddha's teachings, when the Buddha taught that all the three worlds are your mind. Let me repeat it. When in the sutra, the Buddha taught, all three realms are your mind. All three realms, desire realm, form realm, formless realm. All three realms, whatever you see, trees, house, and then the formless, they are all your mind. All three realms are your mind. Okay, so with this, on the all three realms, then the mind is, all three realms are your mind. Mind is subject object. Hey, mind is subject of subject. So therefore Chittamatra says everything is subjective. This is how Chittamatra understands it. Everything is subjective. Okay. Now, Madhyamaka also says everything is subjective. Particularly within Madhyamaka, the highest one, which is known as Prasangika. Prasangika Madhyamaka, their understanding of subjectivity is very different from Chittamatra's understanding of subjectivity. And both schools equally say that everything is subjective. So having said this, how does Chittamatra understand subjectivity, and what's understanding of subjectivity as per Madhyamaka, particularly Prasangika? Okay, let me give you two examples, and if you can understand the example, once you understand the example, then on that basis you need to work how everything else is subjective. Let's say for Chittamatra, how many you use mirror in the mornings? Raise hands. How many you use mirror in the mornings? We all use mirrors. Very good. Okay. So in the mirror, you see your reflection. You see reflection? Yes. Reflection and the mirror, in between, is there a gap or not? No. Is there a gap? No. Yes? Hey, physics. Is there gap? No gap. Mirror and the reflection. Huh? Yes. Interesting. Say if the mirror is like this, the image is here, then Sona must be looking from the side. Will he see the gap or no gap? No gap. So mirror and reflection, there's no gap. You're getting it? There's no gap. How many agree with me, raise hands? Mirror and the reflection, there's no gap. So where is the reflection then? Inside the mirror, outside the mirror, where's the reflection? On the mirror. In other words, these were mixed. These were mixed, right? But which is more stable? Which is more stable? Mirror is stable or the reflection is stable? Mirror is stable. Reflection can change any time. Instead of you bring a flower, reflection of flower comes. You're getting it? The reflection is changeable. It can change very frequently as much as you want. But the mirror remains stable. So mirror is the example of your mind, and anything else that you perceive, that you experience, they're like the reflection in the mirror of your mind. You're getting it? So everything is like the reflection in the mirror of your mind. Okay, if that is the case, if everything is like the reflection in the mirror of your mind, then we can say everything is subjective. Resents? Okay, let me repeat it. If everything is like the reflection in the mirror in your mind, which is like the mirror, then you can say that yes, then everything is subjective. Resents? Okay, so here, this is the subjective meaning. The object and subject, there is no space gap. You're getting it? There's no space gap. So the object is nothing but nature of the mind. Reflection is the nature of the mirror, but the reflection can be changed. Mirror is stable. So mirror is the metaphor for the mind, and everything else is like the reflection in the mirror. So where object and subject, there is no space gap. You're getting it? There's no space gap. This is the example of subjectivity in Chetamatra school. Okay, now what? Madhyamaka, particularly Prasangika Madhyamaka. How many of you have watched movie in a movie theater? Raise hands. How many of you have watched movie in a movie theater? Okay, we all have. How many of you have not watched a movie in a movie theater? Raise hands. How many of you have not watched a movie in a movie theater? Okay, everyone has watched a movie. That's good. So, say you are watching a movie here, and where is the movie coming from? From the projector. Where's the projector? Behind you, the projector. Hey, Gunsela, did you ever watch movie in the movie theater? Are you sure? Where's the projector? Behind you. Okay. So the projector is behind you and the movie is on the screen. Screen is in front of you. You're getting it? So the movie is on the screen. Is coming from where? Where's the projector? Projector is behind you. Projector is the metaphor for what? Your mind. And the screen is a metaphor for the object. The movie is the object on the screen, but from the projector. You're getting it? So the projector is like your mind, and the screen is the object, and screen and the projector, is there a gap or not? Yes. There is a gap. You're getting it? But the movie is on the screen, and the projector is behind you. There's a gap. There is a space gap. There's a space gap. But the movie is still coming from the projector. You getting it? What's the projector? Subject or object? Subject. So the movie is coming from the subject. But subject and object, there's a gap. So the Prasangika's understanding of the subjectivity is subject and object, there's a gap. But the object is still coming from the subject. Whereas in the case of Chittamatra, the everything subjective, subject object, there is no space gap. You're getting it? Semiyudama, you understood it? Partly? Okay. Now, how many understood this? Raise hands. The difference between the distinction of the subjectivity, the distinction subjectivity between Chittamatra and Madhyamaka. Raise hands. Okay. Good. And how many you not too clear? Raise hands. Not too clear. Okay. Oh, Sergey, not too clear. Prosk, not too clear. How come? Yes, Sergey.
I don't understand how space
Huh.
affects the.
Sorry, Geshe, yes. I do not, in these two examples, I do not exactly understand how the space affects the projection or reflection.
Okay, it's not about whether it affects or not affect. What I'm saying is just focus on what I said and see if it makes sense. What I said is that the movie is on the screen. You agree?
Yes.
And the movie is on the screen, but coming from the projector. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. So projector is the metaphor for?
The mind.
The subject, mind.
The subject.
And the movie on the screen is the metaphor for? Object. Although the movie is on the object, but it's coming from the subject.
Yes.
Okay, so which means the movie is subjective, objective?
Subjective.
Subjective. So the movie is subjective, but the movie and the projector, there's a space gap.
Correct.
This is space gap. I'm not saying how the space gap affects. This is not. It has nothing to do with that. And if you want to explore, this is going to be a separate subject. So there's a space gap. This is the understanding of this subjectivity according to Prasangika. You're getting it? And many people, some people, they ask me, but at the time of the Buddha, there's no movie. Right? So how do the people understand the subjectivity according to Prasangika? Right? Okay, we are lucky that we have the movie projector. We are lucky. We are lucky, very, very lucky. So don't worry about those people. Right? Okay. So some of you may be saying that it's fine, but you know what you are saying, is it really according to the Arya Nagarjuna, will you agree with what you said? Right? Some of you may challenge it like this. Okay, little bit this digression. So now with this mind, the next is, okay. Okay. Now the next is that now we are trying to learn the subjectivity according to Prasangika. But whether you'll get the Prasangika's understanding of subjectivity, Chittamatra understanding of subjectivity, or and so forth, it entirely depends on your approach. You're getting it? Although how I try to explain is according to Prasangika, the highest Buddhist school, but what you get is not sure, is up to you. So for this, we need to, okay. Can you give me some examples of subjective existence? Now that you are introduced to these concepts a little bit, can you give me some examples of subjective existence? Raise hands, raise hands. Clouds, how? How subjective? Okay, never mind. Yes, Maxim.
Субъективные это эмоции, воспоминания, визуализации в уме. Это субъективно, я считаю.
I think that subjective is emotions, memories, mental visualizations, and so forth.
Okay, that is subjective. Then that pure subject as opposed to object is subject, because it's subject is subjective. That is understandable. Anything else which ordinary people will see as objective, but now you know that it is subjective. Or you some examples? Anyone? Okay, yes. Rainbow. Okay. The rainbow is subjective. Okay, here. Your name? Divansh. Okay, Divansh, rainbow. How is rainbow subjective? Would you mind?
It's a mental label that, so we discuss that everything is subjective and everything is mentally labeled internally.
Okay, don't say everything. You're getting it? Just justify whatever you said as subjective.
So the rainbow
is
an
subjective?
Internal mental label that we are associating the colors to be something. We are associating the colors represent something when they don't. It could just be colors themselves without anything else.
Okay, so it's just of the some colors and patterns, and then we see this as a rainbow. Yes. Thank you. It's subjective. So Liliana.
Shadow. Your own shadow.
Shadow.
Shadow. When you walk, when it's the sunshine, and you see your shadow.
Yes, the shadow, that is subjective.
Yeah.
How?
Subjective existence.
How?
Because it's there, but it's not there.
Okay, yes. A shadow is a very interesting thing, which appears like a form. When you're actually there, you don't really see what the shadow is like. Very good. Anyone else? Some examples of subjective. Okay, this may be a little tough on us. Let me tell you, okay, you write something. Let us study what is known as a set of 5 pairs. A set of 5 pairs. Subjective as opposed to? Objective, 1 pair. Subjective as opposed to objective. Next, conventional as opposed to ultimate. Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Or subjective, the first one, subjective as opposed to objective. Number 2, conventional as opposed to ultimate. Number 3, dependent as opposed to independent. Number 4, deceptive as opposed to true to existence, deceptive as opposed to true existence, and relative as opposed to absolute. Very good. Okay. Now let's work on these 5 pairs. Subjective as opposed to objective. Number 2, what is number 2? Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Number 3, dependent as opposed to independent. Number 4, deceptive as opposed to true existence. And then finally, relative as opposed to absolute. Okay, is there anybody who likes me to repeat once more? Okay, yes. Number 1, yes, Amdullah, which do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 3. What is number 3? Dependent as opposed to independent. Number 3. Dependent as opposed to independent. Number 3. Number 4. Deceptive as opposed to true existence. Number 4. Deceptive as opposed to true existence. Number 5. Relative as opposed to absolute. Relative as opposed to absolute. Okay, good. Now what we do is that of these 5 pairs, the 5 in each of the pair, the 5 like what? Subjective, conventional, deceptive, relative, no, deceptive, what is that? Okay, let's start from the beginning. What's number 1? Subjective, conventional, dependent, deceptive, relative. These 5 are synonymous. These 5 are synonymous. The next 5 set? Next set of 5. What is next set of 5? Objective, ultimate, dependent, true existence. Oh, no, not dependent. Independent. Okay, let's say it once more. Okay, now my brain is hanging. It hangs. Okay. Number 1, objective, ultimate, independent, true existence, absolute. These mean the same. Okay. Now let's see that what does mean by subjective? Okay, now tell me. Now I'm expecting more. I'm expecting better answers from you. What does mean by subjective? Tell me. Anyone? Quick. Girl over there? Kerala girl? Yes. What do you mean? What do you understand by subjective? Your name?
Priyamvada.
Priya. Yes, Priya, tell me.
Subjective means it could be changeable according to the perception.
Okay, it's purely perception based. Purely perception based. You getting it? Perception is mind or object?
Mind.
Mind, mental. You have mental perception. Very good. Very good. Thank you. That is, so subjective means mental. Something coming from the mind. And the next is what? Subjective. The next is? Next is? Conventional. Okay. To know what is conventional, we should know convention. Okay, this is very important. This is very important. That's in a way what we're saying is that all these five, which five? Subjective. Subjective means something mental. As Priya said, something mental, coming from the mind, not from the object, coming from the mind, which means subjective, conventional, dependent, deceptive, relative. They all have the connotation of coming from the mind. Subjective. You're getting it? So now conventional also should have we said that conventional and subjective, these two mean the same. So conventional also should mean something coming from the mind. Let's explore this. This is very important. Okay, the first, conventional. To understand what is conventional, we need to know what is convention. Okay, anybody who likes to share with us, what is meant by convention to you? First, just tell us, how do you use the word convention in your real life? How do you use the word convention in your real life? Diamond, you like to say? Yes, over there, Diamond.
It's something so 50-50.
Like what?
Like maybe.
Okay, can you give an example? Chanel.
Maybe I will get Chanel, maybe no.
No, this is not convention. So Chanel is extremely good. You're getting it? Is purely convention. Okay. Your name?
Андрей.
Андрей, yes.
Условно это то, что существует при каких-то условиях.
Convention is what exists by conditions.
Convention is what exists by conditions. Yes, it has. Yes, it has this connotation. Yelena.
Условность — это то, о чем люди договорились и следуют этому, то есть общая какая-то договоренность.
Convention, it is a common agreement between people.
Convention. Okay, now look. You say, I think that what Yelena said, many of us will agree. Convention is something which is agreed upon by many people. Very good. Okay, so think about these things. We just have our own understanding, and we need to make the understanding richer. Okay, the lady there, your name?
Меня зовут Алима. Условность — это общепринятые правила.
My name is Alima, and the convention, it is the rules with those everybody agrees, with which everybody agrees.
Okay, now becoming. So I hope that most of you will agree with Arima, who said that convention is just rules which everybody abide by, which everybody agrees and abide by the rules. Or rules like what? Can you traffic rules? Which lane should you drive?
Set of standards.
Set of standards. Set of standards. Who set the standards? Like, can you give me an example?
So we set typical standards for something like.
Don't say something.
Okay, so
it's something precise.
So let's say we have a measuring scale of weights. So we set standards for that, right?
What, like what? Measuring
kilo.
Kilo. Yeah, for the weight.
Yeah, for the weight.
For the weight, kilo. This is a
kilogram.
standard. It's
Yeah.
pure convention.
Yeah, convention. That's.
Very good. Okay, anyone else? Mathia? Mathia?
Geshe, for example, money. Money,
Money is convention. How?
in the sense that
Money is real, no?
no, it's a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper, and we call it dollar, we call it rupees, we call it what? Hey, Russian, what do you call it? Ruble? Ruble, right? It's just purely convention. Okay, and our Dijan is looking for convention outside. Okay, give an example of convention, Dijanla. Huh? Oh, Chisbenla, you give an example of convention.
This is shirt. Like I've been convinced that this is a shirt.
Okay,
It could be said anything. Like if in the starting people name it as a jacket, now I would be saying it jacket, not shirt.
Okay. Okay, that's also good. Okay. Okay, Chenpesla. What's the gentleman over there? What's your name? Your name. Yes. Alexei. Okay, how many Alexeis are here? 2 Alexeis. 2 Alexei. Okay, good. Okay, let's just spell. So look at what is Alexei wearing? Is that shirt? Is that shirt? It's not shirt. Yes. Why is that not shirt? Okay. Now let's look. He's very confident. Let's look. Chiswell is very confident that what Alex is wearing is not shirt, it's a jacket. Proof. What? Why? How is it a jacket? Tell me.
I didn't say jacket. I said jacket.
Huh?
Jacket, shirt plus jacket. Jacket.
No. What he's wearing. What he's wearing.
Yeah. For that only.
Okay. What is he wearing? Not inside. Outside. Is that shirt?
Upper one.
Yes.
This is not a shirt, not a jacket. It's a.
Okay, you said it's not shirt. Why it's not shirt? Tell me.
Okay,
let's all listen to this. Look, this is going to be a big debate.
According to what I have been convinced,
tell me why this is not shirt. Tell me.
To me, it seems more like a. Not more like it seems in between of jacket and a shirt.
No, this is not my question. Why is it not shirt? Look. Tell me, hey, Chimsa, how many would say that this is not a shirt? Raise hands. All those who would say this is not a shirt, raise hands. Raise hands. Okay, what Alex is wearing at the top, that is not shirt, raise hands. Okay, that is not shirt, raise hands. Okay, the lady over there, Maria, behind me, Maria. Behind Maria? Okay, Anil, why is this not shirt? Why?
Because the sleeves are long.
Sleeves are long. Long sleeve shirts are there. Sleeveless shirt and shirt with sleeve, both are there. You're getting it? Okay, now Chamber, you have to prove it. Look, this is so difficult. You are getting it? This is how we can understand convention. You're going to prove it.
Yeah.
I will guarantee you, nobody can prove that what Alex is wearing at the top is not a shirt. Nobody can prove.
So conventionally, I've been told that I have seen that the shirt with long sleeve, it has a collar here. That folded collars.
Shirt without collar is also there.
This is Chinese.
T-shirt, what you are saying does not have a collar. What are you wearing? You said this shirt.
This doesn't have the these sleeves.
No, it doesn't have a collar. You're getting it?
Yes.
You said the shirt should have a collar.
You said this is informal T-shirt. Okay. And we're looking for a.
Is that shirt or not?
This is shirt.
You said it's shirt. You're getting it?
Yes.
So it doesn't have a collar. So shirt doesn't necessarily need a collar. Tell me what reason you have. Okay, who can prove that this is not a shirt? Okay, lady over there. Okay.
Здравствуйте, Гешала. Это рубашка, потому что общепринято люди решили, что это будет называться рубашкой.
Anybody who can prove that this is not a shirt, I'll give you $1,000. I mean it. I mean it. If you can prove it, nobody can prove it, I'm sure. What did you say?
Venerable Geshe-la, the reply was. Oh, sorry. Venerable Geshe-la, the reply was not to prove that this is not a shirt, but she replied that this is called a shirt because we all agree to call such clothes a shirt. So it's basically it's our agreement, and there is no proof to be.
Okay, is this shirt or not? Is this a shirt? It is not called a shirt. We don't say that. It's not a shirt. You're getting it? It's not a shirt. Likewise, what Alex is putting on, is that a shirt or not? Yes, Anna. Anna, here raise hand. Anna, raise hand. Raise hand. Raise hand. Yes.
I agree in English it is shirt, but it is как будто условность. But in another language it's called rubашка, for example. So it is not a shirt.
So why it is not shirt?
In another language it's
Yes.
called rubашка.
So why it is not shirt? Why it is called nashka?
Because people in different country agree it will call different.
So is that shirt or not? What he is wearing, what Chimbal is wearing, is that shirt or not?
No, it is футболка. So I prove to some people it's not shirt.
Okay, so, hey, now the Chimbal is wearing football. Chimbal is wearing a ball, right? So ball is like that. Okay, Chimbal, are you wearing ball? No. So first you have to prove that it's not a ball, it's a ball. It's
Футболка.
a football. Football.
Футболка.
You have to prove that to Chimbal. He said it's not football. Chimbal says it's not football, it's a cloth.
Yeah, I can prove if we will put in Google to buy футболка, it will be this type of pictures.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, so look, this is where there's nothing from the object you try to explain, whether it's shirt, not shirt, you cannot prove at all. Only the convention. It's purely convention. You bring about a convention there, then you can say this is shared, not shared, and so forth. You getting it? Chimbala, thank you. Thank you, Alexi, thank you. Okay, so with this in mind, let's say I'll give you, okay, how many you are 39 and below? 39 or below, resents? 39 or below. Oh, like, okay, let's make it like the cutoff should be a little less. People are very happy, right? I would like to rather put more people in my category, right? Okay, cutoff would be like, say, 25 or below, resents? 25 or below. Okay, so 25 or below, these people are very happy. We are the younger category. Jimala, yes, you thought it? No? Cheesecake, 25 below? Yes, you happy? When I say 25 below, you're a little happy. Yes. Okay, so 25 below means you're happy. Why they're happy? Tell me. Kishore, why they're happy? Because they thought that they are in the younger category of the younger people. Okay, 26 or above, reasons? They're a little sad, I know. Right? So he's identifying the older ones. Okay. Now look, say okay, Perry, right? The girl who gave the answer. Your name, Kerala? Priya. Okay, Priya, you are which category? Old category, young category?
Young.
Very good. Very happy. Look, smiling. Very happy. Okay, so look, some are very happy and some very sad. Why sad? One happy? Happy because that I am in the young category. Sad because I'm in the old category. You getting it? Okay. Look at the emotional stir. You getting it? And particularly if someone is that if somebody says that, okay, imagine that you are in your 40s and somebody says you look like 50. Would you be happy? Not happy? Not happy. Some people who are 29 and then 1 year add to it, what is that? 30. And the other people say, you look like 30. They feel so offended. Just 1 year, what's the difference? And then if somebody says, you look like 28, so happy, thank you. Thank you. Right? 30. So it's already 29 and 11 months gone. The next year, the next month, we're celebrating 30th birthday. And they're so offended, I'm not 30. I've seen people literally fighting. I've seen that. You're getting it? So look, this age, seeing age as intrinsically real, that stirs your emotion. When you say you're okay, Jimela, how old are you? 22. Okay, you look like 20. Jimela will say, thank you, right? Jimela will say, thank you. Right? I don't know, Jimela is not much affected. Okay. Okay, Daria, right? You look like 20. Very happy. Yeah, thank you. You're getting it. Okay, so look, age, seeing the age as, the issue is not the age, issue is the seeing the age as intrinsically real. Just seeing the age is not an issue. Seeing the age as intrinsically real, this is the one which stirs your emotion into excitement, so happy, thank you, and so sad, literal fighting. I've seen somebody fighting. Oh, right? Then the one time what happened was that I was just, one time I was in the dental clinic, and the dentist, he, for no reason, he just said that, okay, now I'm getting old, now I cannot work. I did not ask his age. And he said that I'm 65. Then he asked me, how old are you? I was in my 40s. I said, I'm 70. I said, I'm 70. He said, no, you're not 70. You're not 70. I said, yes, I'm 70. He said, that, no, you're not 70. Then I asked him, guess, what do you think, how old I am? He said, you look like 65. I was in my 40s. And he said, you look like 65. Okay, raise hands, those who are in the 40s, raise hands. Those in the 40s. Okay. So, this is Jindala. Somebody said, you look like 65. What do you feel? No way, right? No way. He said it. He said, you look like 65. Okay. Now, just believe it or not, is the age. Age, how many of you agree with me that age is nothing? There's nothing intrinsic as age. Age is nothing. Age is related to your body. Raise hands if you agree. It's a body age, biological age. Okay. Now, the body is nothing made of cells. You agree? Raise hands. Okay, look how I'm reducing them down. Age is nothing but the body, age of the body. It's not the age of the mind. And the body is nothing but made of cells. Cells are nothing but made of molecules, tissues. Tissues are made of cells. Look, young people, I trust young people, the knowledge of the oldest are better. Young people, okay, I can't trust the young people. Okay, so what? The say age is nothing but your body, and body is nothing but made of cells. Okay, tissues. Tissues are nothing but made of cells. Cells are nothing but made of molecules. And the molecules nothing but made of atoms. How many agree with me that you are nothing but bunch of atoms? Raise hands. Bunch of atoms. Very good. And on that level, age-wise, all the atoms are same age. All atoms are equally minimum 15 billion years old. No one atom is younger, no one atom is older. How many agree with me? Raise hands. Now tell me, just say you see somebody who is very young, somebody who is very old, look at that person, go into the atomic level. Finally, this is it. Age, old age, young age, whatever. The atoms on the atomic level, they're all same age, no difference. Now tell me, where was that thing which you saw as very old person, very young person? Where is that? Young age, old age, where is that? Which you saw earlier, where is that? This is something that we have to think of. You're getting it? Age. This is one thing. Let's not forget it. So that way, it can shake your belief from inside. So something it'll make you feel a little disturbed because that you see something as intrinsically real as the age. Now you've discovered that intrinsically, objectively, there's no age difference. It's just everything is same. But superficially, close by ultimate analysis, age, there's no age gap there. There's no age difference. But superficially, conventional analysis, you see the age difference. You're getting it? So where is that age difference which I saw as age difference, as intrinsic real? Where is it? And mentally, if you understand it fully, that on the atomic level, everything is just the same age. Minimum 15 billion years ago. If you're convinced of this, deep inside, you will have a little bit of disturbance. That disturbance is very precious because this disturbance is the clash between our old belief that age is intrinsically real age with imputed or subjective age. Intrinsically meaning objectively existing age. Now you discover this empty of objective is subjective. It appears, subjectively appears, but objectively there's no age difference. Subjectively age difference appears, objectively there's no age difference. If mentally if you feel little disturbance, you feel a little disturbed mentally, that is very precious. You're getting it? It's a clash to get rid of the chronic disease in believing the age as intrinsically real or objectively real. Okay. Let's stop here. Jebeko shagebo kela chaselo oh mone mona yeswaha oh Mone, Mahamona Yeswam, Tavge Tuje Shage Riso Shenge Meto Dege Bojamba Sergelim Tabu Jebeko Shagebo Kela Chaselo Oh mone Mahamonaya Swaha Om mone Mahamonaya Swaha Thabge tu Riso Chan Shenge Meto Dege Bonjamban Sege Lumbo Tabo Jebe Ko Shaye Yebo Kyolo Jaselo Oh Mone Mahamona Yeswa Oh Mone Mahamona Yeswa Oh mone Mahamona Yeswaha Oh mone Mahamona Yeswaha Oh mone Mahamona Yeswaha Om Mone Mahamona Yeswaha. Okay, most likely from tomorrow we will begin with the Bodhicitta class. And for the Bodhicitta, the introductory may take like 2 or 3 sessions, maybe tomorrow whole day. And then after that, tomorrow is 23rd, 22nd. So 22nd, then 23rd, 24th, we have 2 more days. And the 23rd for sure we require the text. Chapter 8, we require the text. And once we create the blueprint of the Bodhicitta, the foundation, then the text will be easy for us. So, but the text should be with us. And so I was talking to Rajinder, and Ajirji, we also need to think of, in Tushita, what we did is we had the screen. But here the screen would be okay, then would that not become too hot, stuffy? Projector is for whole day. Or another possibility would be those of you who are using the tablets. How many of you are using tablets, presents tablets, the phones, and so forth, where you can read the text on a phone and tablets, presents? Okay, so so basically the Russian is there. You have a good Russian. You have, then the people who depend on English. You have.
I have a distribution from His Holiness teaching of the whole book. I'll photocopy the English chapter 8 for all English. I'll make it available.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, just raise your hands and give your names who request hard copy, who need hard copies in English. Just give your names to Okay, the best one would be give your name to somebody, Rajinder, and Rajinder will give it to because that when the professor Tinzu has the foot problem, so therefore the Rajinder will help and give, and then will be printed and give to you. Okay, good. Dedication prayer. Page 52. I dedicate the marriage thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas all 3 times, and to the holding of the doctrine, scripture, and insight. Man, all lives through the force of this marriage, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, the renunciation, bodhicitta, the above and the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast space that have amassed from working with the effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds, wisdom, eyes blinded by ignorance.
Then I make 3 prostrations with the shoulders together.